Hello, my social anti-socials. My name is Ginsu. Welcome to my personal public diary. New diary entry for the new month. It is the beginning of June, the first week of June. My exams are finally over. There's something about being so close to the finish line that is anxiety inducing. This entire exam period, I was just bawling my eyes out, and I have no idea why. But I just remember being fearful, anxious, wondering if something goes wrong, and just heavily thinking consistently about how bad I want to be done. Because I've been fighting to attain my degree, and I'm now so close to the finish line. And I don't want anything to go wrong to pull me back again and not achieve it yet again. So many things have happened to me over the years in my pursuit of my degree, in my pursuit of life and my goals. It just felt like I'm trying to achieve things, but something just keeps on happening and making it so impossible for me to achieve all that I aim for. And being at this point where I'm so excited about, finally attaining that one thing that I've been fighting so hard to attain. And actually, the coolest part is me being older and knowing what to do with it finally, because younger me didn't know. I am a very uh, interest varying based person. Like, I have so many interests, but I just did not know at the time how to integrate them. But now I know, because I'm a bit more experienced. I went out into the world. I've worked, I've started things, studied spaces, things, and people. So for me to understand how to move. And so that is exciting. But yeah, man, exam period was nerve-wracking for me. I'm particularly scared for my one module. And it's not that it was difficult or anything. It's just that I did not manage my time well. And so I ended up not really applying myself. If I pass that module, it's by God. And if it still comes out whack, well, I have already reconciled myself with whatever output it will be and try again. I mean, I still have one more last semester to try again. And I'm okay with trying again. I've tried again so many times and I'm okay with it. And I think that's the mentality to adopt, to try again. But I don't want to try again outside that one last semester. I just want to finish. But yeah, so that's what happened the last month exams. I think in my last diary entry, I forgot to mention something really cool. I got to moderate a webinar that is primarily based off my interest in intellectual property. So this year's theme was the interjection of intellectual property and sports. So because I work for an institute that is fashion law focused, we put a spin to it, and we, came up with a subject about intellectual property, sports, and fashion. So that was a conversation. We had a panel of speakers and just discussing what that means for the African continent. And it was pretty cool. So it was people from different parts of Africa. I liked that conversation because it opened my mind to some things I didn't think of, and an opportunity as well to voice out some of the things I had observed, I had experienced, and had been thinking about as well. It was really cool to have a conversation, to engage in a conversation with like minds. So that happened, and also a fashion law report journal was released that I also participated in terms of contributing research for. So yeah, those are the cool things. Other than that, really, nothing much has been happening. Just my usual networking, people in my space, in my legal career space, and just me really thinking about what's my future gonna look like. It's that time that now we're heavily applying to law firms. I've been applying to law firms. The last law firm I was at, that I talked about in my last diary entry, invited me to come back in September for the VAC work. I guess after that VAC work, I would know if I'm going to get an offer from them or not. Other opportunities have been springing up. It is now time to apply for pupillage to the bar, which I'm busy with. I finally collated all documents that I need to, compile and make an application to the different bars. So the next step is for me to now go and print out and certify documents and fill in forms and take pictures, because I don't know why suddenly these applications are beauty contests. They want our photos. But yeah, I have to go take passport like photos. I'm planning to hand in, the applications before the end of June, because the closing date is the end of June. There's that. Got a couple meetings here and there with the different people in my network and some project I'm assisting with in terms of research for one of my mentors, people I engage with. He's involved in a very big project and he's helping research for it. That's going to be very, very helpful to creatives in Africa across board, but particularly for South Africa, because he's a representative for SA in collaboration with other researchers across Africa. And it's an intellectual property focused project to help like creatives, to help match them with financial assistance. There's a particular bank that's really investing in figuring out product services for creatives. It's a big bank. It's not based in SA, but it's an African bank. And it was a cool initiative. I was excited to see that because commercial banks do not have product services for creatives. It's something one of my friends and I had been trying so hard to figure out. And yeah, I think I showed him and asked him, like, what's going on? Come on, this bank is figuring it out. Why aren't we figuring it out? I don't remember him responding to that. Maybe he's busy. But yeah, that's what we're busy with. I mean, there's also potential other projects to come ahead for me to try out. I'm just glad I'm in a space where I'm able to test myself out and build my skill set in the meantime. I'm excited. Still work at the law firm I work at. I'm also prepping myself for what happens to me after graduation, especially whether I'm going to work at another law firm or at a bar as a pupil, or I'm going to go back to running my own businesses, and also the possibility of launching another one as a subsidiary to the main one I had. So that's what I've been busy with, preparing. There's so much to do, that's for sure, but I'm taking it step by step. My mind is buzzing with ideas, particularly for what I would like to create when I come back and run my businesses anew. I need a new approach from infrastructure to structure to how things are done to product services to serve, the ministry better, the people, the market better. Yeah, pretty much that. That's what I've been busy with. This semester or this half of the year, one of my goals was to obtain a particular certificate in design registration. I didn't wind up having. I had to skip the exam. I was so pissed off because the exams were back to back. Their exam was back to back to my university exams. Gotta prioritize one. One has got to do with me graduating, so that took priority. I tried to see if they would bring back that program in the next semester for me to attempt it again, because I would have far less to do because I got fewer modules. Hopefully. Hopefully, depending on the turnout of the semester. It didn't look like it, so it seems like I'm gonna have to attempt at the program again, the certified program again next year, which I'm okay with, to be honest. I mean, it's long distance online learning, so I can always try anytime available, but I want to do it. So, because I failed now to attain it, couldn't, circumstances were not allowing, that I never anticipated, I'm going to try again next year. This second semester, I genuinely want to push for two more last certificates in a field that matters, one in ADR and one in data science, because I've been postponing it. I started it, stopped it, now I need to continue and finish it. I want to. I am to. So those are things I want to finish for myself, to upskill myself. There's so much requirement for one to upskill themselves. We need to now have multi-sets of skills to survive. You cannot be one thing. And so, yeah, that's what I've been busy with. And I kind of really miss the arts. I miss being creative. I miss, the possibility of me being Ginsu. I just need my personal life to quiet down a bit. Then I'll be able to execute my creativity. But I have not given up on Ginsu. I will not give up on Ginsu. I have plans for Ginsu. So when everything comes, an opportunity presents itself, I will come back and execute everything I intended to for Ginsu. As I've always been saying, I genuinely want to play. I want to DJ. I want to release my mixtapes. I want to play in the realm of gaming and animation. I want to create all that Ginsu I have envisioned her to be. It's my place of, this space is my place of relief, expression, creativity. So it's something I will not let go. However, I just don't want it to be stuck at this point only. I don't intend to make Ginsu just like my persona for when I want to create diary entries. I'm a very multi-versed, interest-based person, and I want space to express that. My formal career has a space for expression and creation, and so I would like my space for creation and creativity to also manifest in its own space. But yeah, my birthday is tomorrow, getting older. It's not fun aging, but I always remember how 9 years ago I never imagined I would be alive till date. So to me, it's still a blessing to be alive and well and healthy, and happy. You know, I feel these were these recent years were my happy years, which it's so amazing to experience because I've never experienced that. Never. I was always troubled, always stressed, always depressed, always something happening, you know, something heavy happening. But this older me, from my late 20s to now, I've been a very happy person, a calm person, and fulfilled person. So it feels good. It feels good. And yeah, I guess it's God's miracle that I'm still here. I'm healthy, I'm okay, and above everything, I am happy. Something I never ever imagined that I would be. Yeah, I don't have plans for my birthday. I never do. I never do. Yeah, I guess I'll do something when I'm able to, but right now I'm not. Yeah, but that's where I'm at. That's what's been happening. So I don't know what's gonna happen what would have happened the next time I converse with you guys. Probably maybe I would have my semester results, and I don't know what's my fate. um, do I have modules to repeat or not? What's gonna happen? Because wow, school can be stressful, but I'm looking forward to finishing. I'm looking forward to finishing. I am very exhausted. Like, I'm exhausted of school. I don't want to lie. School is not fun anymore right now. Learning based off institutions is not fun right now because there is a shift in how we should be learning because of the technology changes. The institutions are still very resistant to the change that AI brought, and so they become very punitive and very negative minded towards it. So it complicates learning. But there are people in the spaces that are working towards evolving the learning scape. I just wish more institutes would listen to them. When was it? A couple of days ago, I had a meeting with one of my professors, and he was showing me some program. I think he said it's a master's program that he worked on that integrates AI, and he showed me the whole workflow, the lesson structuring, and how the students are expected to engage. And it's like so cool. And his teaching was very effective. He even said himself, like, for the first time his students all passed the assessments and they seem to be engaging really well with the learning material. And what I saw is a very good, critical, mind engaging way of learning that is something that should be adopted, but it's going to take a while because he told me that he had engaged with the Institute 3 years back about a policy that could facilitate the whole learning, and they ignored him. And he engaged the legal counsel as well, and they ignored him because I asked him about that. And too, I'm like, I've been going around asking questions if there's any plans to evolve our training. Seems he was ignored there too. It's such a pity because SA is very slow to implement, to take action. They are very reactionary. They're a very reactionary state. So they wait for chaos to happen first before they could take action. And when they do take action, they don't necessarily do it well because they don't seek out advice and direction from the experts. They try and, attempt things on their own without proper consultation, and it creates chaos. And that's why we see all these breaking news of different things, and it's like, and so all this is leading to the villainization of the technology, which is ridiculous. However, most people need proper training and understanding of it, ethical use of it, and we would be far as a society. But what can we say? So school has not been fun for that. It feels like I'm suffocating because it's like they're working hard to catch you out as a student and to make it to punish you, and it's like, oh, please, please, because they lack understanding of how it works, both sides, the students and the institutions. So it's not nice. I just want to finish because, funny enough, when there's that transition from academia to the workplace. In the workplace is highly encouraged. In fact, if you do not have any if you're not well versed in the technology, you might be at a disadvantage, so it's important to gain that skill. Whereas in academia it's like punitive. Come to the workplace and practice, it's totally different. We're living in a crazy time, but yeah, that's what's been happening. I just can't wait. The one thing I'm very excited about is being in a space where I can proactively participate in a reality that I'm excited to wake up in every single day. And to be honest, that reality is working for myself and doing what I aim to do, which is solve problems in those spaces that I've always wanted to be active in. Anyway, that's me to you. Till next time. Well, peace.